Columbus Lakeview is 2 wins away from making history and 1 win away from righting a wrong that occurred nearly a decade ago. Having never won a state championship, the program currently finds itself with a chance to play for the C1 state title at Memorial Stadium in a little over a week's time. But before that happens, the Vikings need to overcome a fateful night that left current players and coaches wondering if this opportunity would ever come around again. Lakeview head coach Kurt Frenzen still has nightmares from the last time the Vikings played in a semifinal. In 2013, Lakeview had Ashland Greenwood on the ropes with a 1-point lead and less than a minute to play. However, on 4th and 15, a prayer was thrown up and, in the Blue Jays' case, answered as then sophomore and current Husker defensive lineman Ben Stilley came down with the catch.
They threw a pass kind of into the inside of him. It wasn't a great pass, but one that he could get to, and he made a tremendous play on it and picked up the first down. And they basically came right back and ran the next on the next play and ran the same exact play for a touchdown and then took the lead.
Despite that, the Vikings had one last chance, but the raucous Ashland crowd caused communication issues for Lakeview on that final play of the game.
It was very loud, and at that point in time, we were going off wristbands, and we got the play in, but kids kind of heard it wrong because of the noise. We ran the play at the end of the game that was one we didn't want to run. I actually walked off the field that night saying that we'll never use wristbands again, and we haven't since.
Lakeview captain Adam Van Cleve was a 3rd grader and water boy for that 2013 team, and the senior remembers walking off the field in tears that night alongside his defeated heroes.
That was the first big heartbreaking loss I've ever had as a kid. I always watch Nebraska games, but it's not the same as when your high school team loses in the state semifinals.
Van Cleve is one of many current Viking players that has a connection to that 2013 team, either as a water boy, younger sibling, or fan. On Friday night, those players now have a chance to accomplish a feat their role models were unable to.
The history that these kids have runs really deep, and they've been a part of our program for such a long time, and we're a part of that loss that night. And, to hear them talk about it still to this day as juniors and seniors is pretty amazing. And the impact that those seniors way back then had on our kids and how much our kids looked up to them.
A victory on Friday would mark a trip to the state championship for just the 2nd time in Lakeview's history, the first being in 1990 when the Vikings fell short against Mount Michael.
It's been really exciting, but also terrifying at the same time. I remember last night I didn't get a whole lot of sleep just thinking about the game, running through everything in my head, and it's just, our coach always says you can never let the moment be too big for yourself, and you always have to give your heart out, give all your effort every game, and let the chips fall.
The game between Lakeview and Kearney Catholic will be televised on News Channel Nebraska with kickoff set for 5:45 Central. I'm Brandon Axamit reporting, News Channel Nebraska.